Hey everybody, Mark, Myra, and Shane Allen here. Welcome to the Interloop podcast. Shane, hello.
Hi, Mark.
We go through all the big Rochester stories of the week. We have a Patreon side where we say naughty things and have an extended episode, an earlier episode. Patreon.com/interloop podcast. It's $4 a month, and you get to support us. And yeah, it's only $4. Come on, $4 a month. Not $4 a day, $4 a month, baby.
That's honestly stealing.
And then let's see, we're about a couple weeks away. Thursday, May 7th, the Interloop Roast Battle Part 2. We got a bunch of funny comedians going head to head and roasting each other. We're going to be hosting it. Tickets are available now, carlsoncomedy.com.
Yeah, come see if last year's champ Cindy Arena can hold on to her title, or if she'll be like Connor McCann and drop out in the first round like a pure idiot.
Poor Connor. Connor. All right, should we get into some local news, Shane? I
Yeah,
feel
let's
like
just get right into Burger King talk. Why are we
thank
even
God.
pussyfooting around here?
Let's not pretend like we're not going to talk about that guy dumping grease into the sewer at Burger King in
Some
Greece.
people are like sitting at home, like, are they going to open up with the Sabres playoffs? Don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Let's talk about burger grease.
Can I tell you how tough this is, Shane? Because I feel like you and I are a little bit on the I don't know, we have the same uh brain wavelength, but we're at least in the same room together where if I hear a story of a minimum wage employee at Burger King in Greece, New York, dumping grease into a sewer grate or into a sewer, I go, I want to talk about this for about 30 minutes. We need to dissect what's happening here. When I'm on a radio show with, and I love the guy, with John DiTulio, and I bring this up to him, all he does is go, "That's crazy," and then he moves on to talking about the Buffalo Bills. And I'm like, do you not understand how big of a story this is right here? I don't. I
Anyways,
wanted to
Marky, you
like,
see what's going on with Penn State
yeah,
wrestling?
I wanted to like. To me, this was on the level of I wanted to call Shane up and go, emergency podcast. This is an emergency
Oh,
podcast.
first of all, emergency meal. We gotta get over to Burger King. The only Burger King in Rochester where they're cleaning the grease. Amazing. So, if anybody doesn't know the story, here's the quick thing. This was the Burger King on Mount Read Boulevard and Maiden Lane. Two employees walk out with grease pans, dumping grease into a sewer drain, which is connected to the Patty Hill Creek in Greece.
Yeah.
Some guy, Doug Bates is his name, narc, snapping photos of these Burger King employees, puts them on blast, goes back the next day with some paper towels, like he's cleaning up the Exxon Valdez or whatever. So, oh, look, there's more grease, and look, there's grease still here. Yeah, there's still grease in there. Yeah, there's still grease by the sewer grate. They didn't do even a good job of pouring it down. Did you expect the Burger King employees that are on grease duty to do a good job dumping it down the drain? I can't believe it. So he turns this news into Berkeley Brain, and Berkeley Brain shows up on the case. The DEC is already there,
Ugh.
and they're working on whatever they pretend to do a cleanup. You can't clean that up. You can't clean it up. So they put some device there to clean up future fat. And Burger King is out there giving statements. The franchise owner said, "This is a matter we take seriously." This is the quote: the actions taken by the employee were not consistent with our policies and procedures. The matter was addressed immediately. Appropriate corrective action has been taken, including discipline and retraining, and procedures have been reinforced with the team." Mark, okay, I worked at McDonald's
Yeah.
when I was 16, 15, 16, I think. Worked there for not a short time, a good amount of time. I have no idea what they did with the grease. I have not a clue what they did with the grease at the Webster McDonald's. I I was in charge of cleanup. I have no idea what happened to it. I'm telling you, we didn't do anything with it. From what I understand, what you're supposed to do with grease is there is a holding tank there, and this Burger King said we have one, and it works. And these guys, they're making it seem like these are rogue agents that just decided, fuck this, and we're taking it out to the street. I can't believe that that's what's happening.
You know, when you work fast food and you're a teenager, which I assume these people are, as a couple of teenagers, you know what you want to do? Nothing. You want to do nothing. You want to hide away and not do any work. I can't imagine that their extracurricular activity is I can't wait to carry 50 pounds of grease to a storm drain to dump it out. I think they were told to do that by somebody in charge. Also, these kids better not get in any fucking trouble for this. They better not get in any trouble for dumping a little grease down a storm drain. They
It
should be
says
told not to do it, but that's it.
DEC ticketed the employee under environmental conservation
The
law for
employee,
disposal of the substance injurious to fish and disposal of an unlawful substance into a public stream. That's what the
they
department wrote
they can
in.
go fuck themselves. They should ticket the franchise owner. What you're gonna ticket some people that are making $12, $13, whatever it is, minimum wage?
100%. Do you
Fucking
think, like,
nuts.
does anybody out there think that this is the first time they did this? And you think that this is the only people that are doing it at that store? No fucking way. I I don't, from what I understand, and I remember this even from when I was in high school and working at McDonald's, the used oil and grease and stuff like that, that's like a commodity. People will buy that from you to turn
Yeah.
into like weird shit. There's like a guy that I'm sure got disappeared by the government who I think was running his car off of that stuff. It doesn't make any sense that this why they were doing this. I cannot wrap my brain around why they would, unless this guy was raped by a duck and he's like, I gotta get it back at him, or like he was trying to make a new fish. Like I guess he was just like, listen, Kodak hasn't been dumping stuff into our water for a while. We gotta get back to it. That's when Rochester was the best. I don't understand how an employee would go out of their way to make that choice. To be like, I'm going out in broad daylight
Yeah.
to do that. That just goes to show that like this, they've been doing this for a while, and we need to get some poles in the water at that creek because those fish, them some big fish,
Oh my God, dude.
filled up with
Those
whopper.
Do you know how happy those fish are right now? They've been eating pond scum for all winter, and then all of a sudden, Beyond Burger juice and Whopper juice and French fry is being put into their stupid mouths.
Some grease child's goldfish that a guy flushed down the toilet has been just sucking down Whopper Junior grease and is as big as a fucking Snorlax.
It's so nuts, man. And also, like, for anybody giving these kids crap that we're doing this, like, fuck you. If if you've ever thrown out a light bulb, you know you're not supposed to throw out light bulbs anymore. Thrown out a battery in any capacity, doesn't matter what size, you're not supposed to throw out a fucking battery. Do you know how many goddamn half full cans of paint I've tossed into the goddamn garbage? Shut the fuck up. Everybody does it. Everybody does it. It's crazy that these guys got that guy took pictures of this shit happening. It shouldn't they shouldn't be doing it, but like these fucking kids, they're not thinking about it. To like take their picture and post it everywhere is nuts.
No, they should be shamed. I like that. And I obviously you can't do that. But also it is crazy that the DEC is coming down harder on these people than we've done stories about the sewage plants in town just shit blasting the rivers and lakes that surround us. I can't remember what the TLC
Well,
lyric is.
the whole there was like
The
around
rivers and the lakes that we're used to. They've been like gallons upon gallons of human waste.
well it would be like, oh
What, are
yeah,
they getting ticketed?
2,000 gallons of raw sewage an hour was being put into our waterways. And it's like, oh, how long was that happening? Oh, a couple days. Jesus fucking Christ. That's nuts.
It's wild. Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta know what's going on at this Burger King because I can't tell if that is if these. It doesn't feel like it's lazy to do that.
Seems hard.
It seems like a lot of extra work. So maybe it's good. I haven't found a good Burger King.
Mm.
It's been a while. Like they've really gone downhill, and it sucks because they're like they got the Impossible Whopper, so like I can actually eat at those ones. And every once in a while, I get a craving for an onion ring with that zesty sauce.
Oh, that is good.
Like a wet onion. It's not even an onion, you know what I mean? Like it's just a reconstituted onion powder. That's what it feels like. They just kind of
It's
mush onion
breading.
powder into it. But
Um,
that zesty sauce, oh,
and
so good.
Burger
But yeah, Burger Kings have gone the way of Chipotle, which is like they're all bad.
Oh, Burger King is they're doing the was it Domino's that had to do a campaign where they were like remember like 8 or 9 years ago the whole Domino's campaign of just like, hey, we know we've been fucking up pretty bad lately. So we're changing things. Burger King's kind of doing that where like they have a campaign going the we know the Whopper's a good burger when it's done right and not smashed up. And it's like, how many people are fucking smashing? They were giving you these smashed up burgers where the National Burger King marketing team has to be like, hey, we have to acknowledge how we make our burgers look like a giant baby was been putting them together.
Yeah, it's also one of those things where it's I don't know why people are eating. We've talked about this before. I don't know why anybody's eating at a Burger King at this point because it's not convenient anymore. It's not good, and it's not even cheap. It has none of those things. A Burger King meal is like $15 now.
Yeah.
15 to $20 for a Burger King meal? Are you fucking high? That's crazy. To be made by guys that hate their lives and are about to dump like to kill off an entire family of ducklings with hot Whopper grease. No, thank you.
Shane, we're all pretending to care about the Sabres now because the Sabres are in the playoffs. They won the first playoff game against the Bruins 4-3, Shane, 4-3. And
Dude, I'm so used to having like rooting for such bad teams that I turned it off. They were losing by two
hmm,
in the like tail
middle
end
of
of
the
the third
third.
period.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, better luck next time, boys. And I started getting texts from my dad. I was like, what? Turn back in. And I'm like, God dang, teams can do this? You're telling me teams can fall behind and then come back? I that's absurd. That's absurd.
Yeah, my
Dude,
favorite.
Buffalo is going to actually melt. I cannot imagine we're recording this on Monday, the day
Mhm.
after. Nothing happened in Buffalo today.
Oh, as in work
No
being done,
productivity whatsoever.
especially because with hockey, it's a series. And there's possibly what, one, two, three, four of these if they go all the way.
I literally don't think Buffalo can survive this. You honestly, if you were rooting for Buffalo, you almost have to root against the Sabres. There's no way they can make it more than one series. Last night was insane in
Hmm.
that
There
arena
was there was people
and outside the arena.
there's people tailgating, and one of the viral videos is dudes in their hockey gear, in rollerblades, dressed up with Sabres like jerseys and helmet. They have like
So bad.
$800 worth of
So
equipment
bad.
on. It's fucking nuts,
Yeah.
and they're rollerblading around, and they have a mannequin with a Bruins jersey on, and then they're fighting the mannequin. And there's multiple videos of this. This was just going on all day in Buffalo.
It was like a scene from the Warriors. It
Yeah, it
was
was crazy.
and yeah, the debauchery happening outside. Like, dude, I'm telling you, Buffalo is might melt. Like, I can't. They can't sustain this amount of energy because it's that's such a wild swing of emotion for these people. They
Hmm.
start off with that Goo Goo Dolls intro. People are sobbing. they're cutting to the crowd, and grown men are crying. This is the first time that a lot of these grown men's kids have seen them cry, and is watching a footage of Tage Thompson ripping a 100-mile-an-hour slap shot. They're like, oh, oh, God. And then they're losing. They're pissed off.
Oh, when they were down 2-0, that arena was dire. It was bleak. It was dangerous, to be honest with you.
A Bruin might have been dismembered. Like it was, and then they swing back and they are winning. Dude, like that's so much drinking and so many different ways of drinking, when you're drinking through that much anxiety.
Mm.
Buffalo can't is not prepared for this. I
It was
don't think the
crazy.
Bills did a good enough job to prepare the Sabres fans for this.
It was crazy too that they come out to Dire Straits money for nothing is a bizarre song. I don't know. Just seems like you could come up with something better than Dire Straits.
Well, all the music the Sabres have doesn't make much sense. We got
Um,
Rock You Like a Hurricane. It's like one of their ones. It's like there's actually a team called the fucking Hurricanes. What are we doing?
my favorite thing was this was on Threads. There was a few people that were complaining because I guess like how I watch, I tuned in and there was not much of a pregame. I didn't watch it on MSG because I don't have that, so it was on ESPN. There was not much of a pregame, so the game just kind of started at the national anthem,
Hmm.
and so they sang the Canadian national anthem, and then they say, like the United States national anthem, and people are pissed that they sang the Canadian national anthem. And not that I've been to a ton of Sabres game
That's every
or
time.
Amherst game. Don't they do it every fucking time? The
Every
Bruins are
time.
not a Canadian team. They do it every fucking time.
Every time.
Like
Yeah. Hey guys, do you guys remember that Buffalo like is right there on the border?
it's you could take a Burger King creek water induced diarrhea chart across from Buffalo to Hamilton, Ontario. Okay, they're right fucking next to each other.
Yeah,
Half the
every
fans are from Canada.
this is what I was worried about. Is these people are just tuning in for the first time ever. They're like they heard the Buffalo's doing good. They're gonna find out what hockey is
Yeah.
and have no fucking idea how exciting this sport is and how fast it's gotten because people are tuning in. Like it's been what, 15 years? 14,
Yeah.
15?
Yeah.
This is the first time they're tuning into hockey since then. The game has changed a fucking lot since then. So there's no way like people's eyes are strained from how fast these guys are now. And yeah, ESPN does a shit job.
Hmm.
You got to tune into the MSG so you can see.
I don't have it. You
Uh,
got MSG?
yeah, I got MSG.
Dude, you bitch.
It's
You
great.
got, you got a little bit of everything over there.
Rob Ray, Marty
Uh,
Baron.
no, so I got, yeah, they were complaining about that, which first off, I mean, I've heard, not to brag, Shane, but I've heard a few other countries' national anthems just from like the Olympics, like China or even any of the European countries.
Yeah.
I don't love everything about where we live, Shane, but I'm gonna give us some credit where credit's due. Canada has a great national anthem. It's a
Yeah.
fucking bop. Sounds great. Plays great. It's quick.
Yeah.
It's a little piece of candy for you. And then you're going, that's an opener for another great national anthem. We have a good singable national anthem where you're even putting bets on it. How long is this bitch gonna hold out that last note? You know? So what are you bitching about that you get a treat of two great national anthems back to back? Shut the fuck up. What do you want, the North Korean one? It's fucking garbage.
I just love that they're just like singing to Canada and it's like a lady.
It's a lady. Yeah.
Like they're serenading this country like they're about to take Canada to Pound Town, you know?
Oh, fuck yeah.
God keep our
So
land.
so
Glorious and
fruitful.
free. Hmm.
Hell yeah. And then people were making fun of, well, so you did watch the ESPN version.
No.
There were one of the guys in during the intermissions for ESPN. They were all avoiding saying the Sabres goalie's name.
Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen?
That's the one. Yeah.
Oh, the best name in sports.
And they got called out by the guy that was, there's always like a head guy. I don't even know anybody's name. And he's just like, you guys are avoiding saying this guy's name, aren't you? But it's like, aren't you guys ex-players? Don't you? This is your job, right? You do this all year, right? And you don't know how to say his last name? You do this all fucking year.
I don't know who is on the broadcast team, but it's ESPN. They're not really plugged into this stuff. Yeah, no.
The
Ukko-Pekka
what?
Luukkonen is a phenomenal name. It sounds like you're about to, you know, club a monkey. Like that is like some caveman talk. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Like that's in the locker room. They go like Ukko-Pekka, Ukko. Ah, dude, phenomenal.
Uh, PK
Subban.
Subban. He was the one that couldn't pronounce his name, and it's like he wasn't even. Oh, he used to play hockey.
Yeah, he probably played against him.
But yeah, good for the Sabres. I'm with you. The Buffalo area can't handle this. They
No.
just can't handle it. You know, Josh Allen's in the Sabres gear. He says he's going to be at the second game, Shane. Josh Allen says he's going to be there.
I fear for his safety.
I think people need to be prepared. We need to start. Josh Allen's what, 30 now? Is he 30, 30 something?
Yeah.
We need to
Past his
start.
prime.
We need to start. He's done. He's it's over. Get a new quarterback. We need to just start being okay with the fact that Josh Allen is when he's done, when he's retired, or probably even before he's retired. I'm sure he's going to end up on some other team at some point in the twilight years. He's not going to be Jim Kelly or Steve Tasker. He ain't fucking staying here. He's leaving, and he'll never return. He's never coming back. There's not going to be, like Doug Flutie went on some podcast and just talked about how playing in Buffalo was the greatest thing in his life.
Hmm.
I don't see Josh Allen doing that. The dude even it's talked about how his girlfriend was saying that this was like a year or two ago that he could possibly be an actor, and Josh Allen was intrigued by that. Shane, I'm more than just a football player. He's done with Buffalo when this is all over.
Yeah, there's a good track record of phenomenal Bills players becoming actors. So
Yeah, they definitely don't. Watch out, Haley.
I'd be worried about her hanging out with any waiters.
Hey, yeah, Haley and her waiter friend better watch out.
Give this man some small gloves. Yeah, no, he's 100% not sitting around. Also, because there's no way Buffalo could support the income that he has. Like, there's what the fuck could he? It's one of those things where you have so much money, it'd be a waste for you to have it in Buffalo. There's only so much you can spend on things here. That's like part of the reason why these millionaires have trouble being here because there's nothing for them to do with all this money.
Yeah, well, look at
What are you gonna do? You're gonna buy a sports car you can drive 2 months?
look
All you
at
got, all you have time for is to go other places and beat your girlfriend.
look at Dion Dawkins. When he was on Hard Knocks, they were like, they do that thing on Hard Knocks where it's like, he's not just a engine on the football field, and then it showed him like Tokyo drifting fucking cars in a parking lot in
Yeah.
Buffalo, and it's like, bro, what are you doing with your money? And also, you're gonna get injured. He had his child on his lap. Like my kid is almost 38 years old and I still have her in a booster seat in the car. Dion Dawkins' 3-year-old baby girl was on his lap as he was Tokyo drifting through a Tops parking lot on camera. And it's called Tokyo drifting. Just letting you
It
know.
is. You have to say Tokyo drifting. I thought you were saying we need to prepare for the Sabres to lose because that's guys, it's fun. It's fun. What's happening now is great. I've got
Mhm.
money on the Sabres to win the whole thing. I know that they aren't.
So yeah, you actually watch hockey.
Yeah.
I don't watch hockey. So they're not there's better teams.
I think there's just more parity in hockey than people know about. Like and hockey's just so random. I don't think that they're like this extremely dominant force. It like even came down to the end for them to win the division. Their knock against the Sabres is that they could get pushed around, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't have any trust in it. And they were losing up until like the last 5 minutes. So I felt pretty redeemed in that feeling until they decided to Tage Thompson the whole fucking place. I can't imagine that. That'd be so fun to watch. We've talked about it before, but hockey it's not like football. Football's so much better to watch on TV than to
Hmm.
be there. Hockey is so much better to be there. So much better. It's not even close. It's so tough to track on TV, but just being that must have been insane. That crowd must have been crazy.
Yeah.
So many beers being poured on heads, so many sabers being butt chugged. We didn't even talk about the dick bread. That's
Wait, is that
remarkable.
real? Who's cooking that? Who's cooking that loaf of bread that looks like a big giant Western New York cock?
I can't even remember the name of the bakery, and I wouldn't. No free plugs. No free plugs.
Of
Not on
course
this
not.
podcast. But it's amazing that got through so many people. That there's this bakery in Buffalo. It's like we want to do something fun for the hockey. So we made a saber, and it's got like pumpernickel on the what's supposed to be the handle, and it's this big, long, veiny
Va-
bread. It's like a baguette that curves, and it comes to a defined, uncircumcised tip, where it's still got like it's like doughy at the end, like they didn't cook it, and it's so clearly a gigantic cock. And the news in Buffalo is like, "Oh, this is great. Yeah, send us a picture. Oh yeah, we're gonna get you on every saber. You're telling me you
Immediately.
don't work with any 14 to 18-year-old men at this place? Has pointed this out yet? Yeah, we'll get you on TV immediately. Make sure you're holding it up towards your face.
And they kept the veins in?
The veins are there.
Perfect.
Unless I'm filling them in, it's one of those things with your eyes. You're
Yeah,
filling.
yeah,
It's so clearly a gigantic penis. And I did I posted on our Interloop story that famous porn star that has that gigantic mule that he carries
yeah.
around.
The like the big black guy. Yeah,
Robbie Wood, I think is his name. Everybody's seen that. You've seen the picture.
100%.
Just a
How many?
guy sitting in like on a bed with just a gigantic wiener.
If you are a guy and another guy hasn't sent you that unsolicited picture to your phone randomly, you don't have friends.
That's not a friend, yeah. My boss has sent me that multiple times. I put a picture of him up there with the bread as his penis. It is, but not well received. And I knew I shouldn't post it up on the main feed. I'm like, this feels like a story. 3 people have liked this thing. It- 3 people.
I was
Nobody's on board. I thought it was funny.
all right. I'm gonna tell you. All right, we're gonna go to patreon.com/interloop podcast. I got interloop inside baseball talk with Shane because I was trying to explain to we were hanging out with our friend Brett over the weekend. I was trying to explain to him what it feels like sometimes posting on the interloop or posting shit on there. So if you want to hear some inside baseball chat, inside interloop baseball chat, patreon.com/interloop podcast, just $4 a month. And make sure you get your tickets for Thursday, May 7th, Comedy the
Yes.
Carlson, Roast Battle Part 2. The tickets are going to go fast, so get them now. Make sure you get your seat. It's only the room only holds 100. It's at the Rickles room at Comedy the Carlson. All
Do
right.
it.
Nice. Nice. All right, bye poor people.